New signing and making his own debut is Diaby, number 19, in the centre circle with the ball. Referee's just doing his usual checks, waiting for Pickford to get ready in his goal. Once he is, he will blow his whistle and we will kick off. Quite a nice afternoon here at Villa Park. Quite cloudy but very warm. A bit humid, but good weather for footballers. Matty Cash plays him, Leon Bailey tries to go around a couple of players. Diaby plays the ball to him. Bailey's on a run towards and plays it to Watkins, who's just inside the Everton box, crosses it, no one there. Here's Luca Dean puts it back across, and I think it's deflected out from a corner. Good little start for Villa there.
Quick out the blocks, it's what they need to be. Get the last week out of their systems, put Everton under pressure.
Yep. So early corner for Villa, and it will be Collis that takes it. Douglas Luiz about to take the corner. Referee's just making sure everything's in order in the box. A bit of pushing and shoving. Corner goes laid off to John McGinn on the edge here. Takes a little shimmy, shoots, and again it's deflected over for another corner for Villa.
It's the fast start we wanted. Like we said, putting Everton under pressure. John McGinn, edge of the box. They weren't quick enough to close him down. Well, they were enough to get a deflection to send the ball out for a corner, but a bright start from Villa.
And it will be Leon Bailey this time take the corner. Yeah, good afternoon. And Villa just having a corner. Picked up on the edge of the area by Diaby, then crossed into the box. Ball was just about to run free to McGinn, but Everton managed to clear. Now Everton have got the ball here and got the first foray into the Villa half, and Easy Roby, he's got a bit of space here in the Villa half as he drives towards the corner. Faced off with Makara, the ball comes in, but Konza easily clears that out, and it will go out for a throw into Everton, just left of the dugout.
Yeah, welcome along. If you just joined us after the news, a bright start from Villa. We'll give you the team news as quickly as we can. Former Villa man Ashley Young taking this throw in.
And Young has the ball now and just lays it back to the Everton captain, Tchaikovsky, who plays us across to Keane. Keane lays it up. Everton spreading the ball wide, but Luca Dean will cut that header out. John McGinn doesn't quite retain the ball. Villa working hard to get the ball back, but Everton have a bit of possession here as they lay back into their own half. Ball comes across field into the centre circle. Tchaikovsky, he's looking for a Iwobi. Ball comes over. Iwobi takes it down that lovely. Faced up to with Matty Cash. Goes easy through Matty Cash, but the referee says play on. Thought he was obstructed there. Kamara's got a bit of space to run into. He's got Bailey with him. Bailey cuts inside. He's looking for someone to pass to. He's got Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz gives it him back. He's got Iwobi in front of him. Got nowhere to go, so lays it back to Matty Cash. Matty Cash plays it to Konza. We're just playing along the centre line at the moment. Douglas Luiz does a little turn, gives it back to Cash, trying to find some space, trying to penetrate. And Diaby and Bailey link up. And Matty Cash calm swings down. They're just retaining possession a little bit here, looking for a breakthrough. Everton really compact at the moment, trying to frustrate Villa as Pau Torres has one of his first touches in front of the Villa faithful. Kamara to Matty Cash. Villa passing around, not really getting them. Yeah, Matty Cash was looking for Bailey to make a run there, which he didn't. So the ball now is with the Everton keeper and England number 1 Pickford.
So just quickly then, Villa go with Emi Martinez in goal, a back four of Matty Cash, Esri Konza, Pau Torres making his home debut, and Luca Digne, formerly of Everton of course. Two holding midfields, Kamara and Luiz. The ball is out of play for an Everton throw-in. Leon Bailey, Moussa Diaby and John McGinn. Ollie Watkins, the lone wolf up front, giving the Everton team very shortly.
As Ashley Young has the ball just in front of us in this commentary position, which is just above the tunnel in fact. And the referee has given a foul to Villa.
We don't want to be seeing this. After the trauma that Villa have gone through with the injuries of Emi Buendia and Tyrone Mings, it's a knock in the face, I think, to Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, it looks like a facial injury, so he should be okay there.
Yeah, nothing in it, nothing serious about it. The referee stopped the game. On the bench, Villa have got 2 goalkeepers. We were questioning the necessity for that in the press room, but Robin Olsen and Philip Marshall. Then it's Diego Carlos, Yuri Tielemans, Bertrand Traoré, Callum Chambers, Philippe Coutinho, Jean Duran and Cameron Archer. For Everton, they go with Jordan Pickford, England's number 1 in goal, then Nathan Patterson, Michael Keane, James Tarkowski, the captain, Ashley Young returning to Villa Park. So is Idrissa Gueye, the holding midfielder. Then 4 in front, Alex Iwobi, Amadou Onana, Abdoulaye Doucouré, James Garner, Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front on his own.
As Villa played themselves into a bit of trouble there, but Villa keeper Martinez just cleared the danger, and Everton have the ball. They're looking for a long ball over here towards Garner, and they have a throw-in just in front of their own fans. Everton well supported here today, away fans filling that end on their allocation. So Everton have a throw-in line with the edge of the 18-yard box, and the ball is flicked, and Everton still haven't. They've got an opportunity to cross, which comes across, but Pau Torres clears it, not very convincingly, mind. So Kamara and Diaby tries a turn, but doesn't quite retain the ball there. And Everton with Tarkowski have the ball in the centre circle. He's just come out to Ashley Young. He does a little flick looking for Calvin, but he doesn't find it.
Everton settling into the game now after Villa's quick start. On the bench for Everton, Joe Virginia, the goalkeeper. Then it's Amat Danjuma, Neil Mopai, Mikolenko, Ben Godfrey, Jared Branthwaite, Thomas Cannon, Lewis Dobbin and Tyler Onayango. For the benefit of our listeners, like we said, James Garner playing wide right for Everton. That's Garner, Garner. We're going to go by Idrissa Gueye as Idrissa Gueye rather than Garner from when he was at Villa, just to save on the confusion there.
That's a very good, Well, it is Pau Torres on the ball at the moment, and Everton not really pressing until they get towards the halfway line, and he's Douglas Luiz. He turns it back to Konza. Konza obviously missing his friend and partner Mings, and we wish him a speedy recovery. As Bailey, and Everton have seen the danger from Bailey and do double up on him every time he gets the ball.
They do.
There's Matty Cash, he's got to lay back to Konza. He's got Calvin Lewin in close attendance, but the danger is averted.
Everton put all their eggs in one basket with Calvert-Lewin, don't they? They either he plays and they've got a chance, or they just don't score goals.
Exactly, And Villa just still in their own half with Konza. Cash is just tucked inside. He's got nowhere to go. Everton have really stopped to the wide player, haven't they? And Villa will have to switch it quickly and move quickly if they're going to get by this. And here's Bailey. He's faced up with 2 players. He was looking for Diaby, but it was a loose pass from Bailey. And Bailey's gone chasing the ball. And here's Ashley Young. Lovely ball from Ashley Young looking for Phillips, but Martinez is quickly out of his line and deals with that. John McGinn takes it down lovely in the centre circle and he's driving forward. He's got Watkins with him, uses him. Watkins is in the box, looking up, passes it to John McGinn, and the ball went to the RB, and it was a woeful effort. Iron wide over the bar and into the alt end.
Yep, doing what your PE teacher always said at school never to do, is lean back when you're making contact with the ball if you're having a strike at goal, because it's only going to go one direction, and that's up.
He got a bit excited there, didn't he?
He did. His eyes lit up at the edge of the box. Unai Emery scratching his chin.
Yeah, and as Everton come away the ball with Patterson, again the ball is put up there, ready for Calvin Lewin. Villa just cleared it out of the box, but it's Everton got a chance to put it come in, and Martinez takes the ball, and well, that was a clash, nasty looking clash there with Calvin Lewin and Martinez. Martinez looked like he caught something in the face. Calvin Lewin has gone down also. The 2 sets of physios are on.
Be interested to see this again.
Yeah, just having a look at the replay if it comes up. The ball came in across. Martinez come out to what was going to look quite a comfortable catch, and Calvert-Lewin just kept on going and rammed into him.
The last thing Everton will want will be an injury to Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, yeah. OK, I'm just watching on replay now. Ball comes in. Martinez takes it, and
I think...
Yeah.
It's the shoulder of Martinez that catches Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. If anything, I think Calvert-Lewin's come off worse.
Yeah. Yeah, Martinez is up.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ben. I think it was more shoulder from...
Yeah, nothing in it, nothing malicious or anything.
No. Well, he had his hands on the ball as well,
both,
so technically it's a foul, isn't it?
Yeah,
so.
both going for the ball.
Yeah.
Martinez getting there first, taking it, and so this will add a couple of minutes on at the end. We're 10 minutes in, and we're talking about how much stoppage time we're going to get.
Yeah, well, that's it's all double figures now. I wonder if they've had to change that scoreboard because put the time up the way they're going.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of discussion, isn't there, about players playing too much and whatever, but they're not playing now. I mean, they're on the pitch. Yeah, they're not running around.
No.
So
I would visibly stop the clock.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. I mentioned this on the on the show yesterday afternoon. We can all see what the clock. The referee can make it clear that he's stopped the clock, and then if you get to 45 or 90. The timer goes red, and then the game finishes at the natural conclusion of that current passage of play.
Yeah, well, a bit like rugby.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No. Well, I suppose it's a bit subjective, isn't it? I mean, the referee will add time on for what he considers to be time wasting.
Well, we take the example of the Women's World Cup final about an hour or so ago. It took an age over the VAR for the penalty that was given to Spain. 13 minutes were added on. Rightly so. Wasn't enough, unfortunately, for the Lionesses.
No.
And thankfully that hasn't flattened the atmosphere here. I mean, we're a little bit concerned that if this place, had the Lionesses won, would have been bouncing.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't to be. But there's still a good atmosphere inside Villa Park. We're back underway.
Yeah, resume play. Everyone's all right. As the ball is stuck back to Konza, he will use the Villa goalkeeper. He was struggling here a little bit, but he's managed to get the ball out. Douglas Luiz offered himself for it and managed to take the ball and turn it. Ball's with Pau Torres, who plays in Luca Dean. He's got a bit of space along that edge there. Plays the ball inside. John McGinn takes quite an heavy touch, but managed to turn. Give it to Diaby. He's on the edge area. Plays it out. Comes back across. And Everton clear it.
It opened up there for Diaby to have a shot, and he gave it to Bailey. And maybe lacked a bit of confidence from his previous effort, but Everton backed off, and that's a good sign for Villa if they're attacking. Villa attacking the whole 10 in the first half, which is rare.
Yeah. Well, we did think he was going to take a shot, didn't we?
Yeah.
But Martinez has got the ball, but Iwobi's in close attendance, but Pau Torres is there, and he'll play to Luca Dean. Talk about Luca Dean leaving the club, Ben. What's your thoughts on that?
Before the injuries to key players, possibly. I don't think so now.
Yeah.
Because bear in mind Moreno's still out as well, so
yeah, he's on his way back, I guess. But I'm not too sure whether Unai Emery.
It's never clicked, has it, with Digne?
No.
Very much a Gerrard signing.
And Villa do have the ball in. Passing along the back four is Pau Torres. He's looking for a long ball. I'm not too sure who was after there, but
Diaby, I think he was outstretched with his leg and he couldn't get hold of it.
And here's Iwobi. It's got Matty Cash. He wants to beat Matty Cash when he doesn't, and Matty Cash and Bailey rescue the ball for Villa. Matty Cash slips up, but Everton's got the ball, and Ashley Young turning back the years here, and Ashley Young is fouled. Yeah, could be a booking for Douglas Luiz, early booking, unnecessary booking that really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if you can't, with the greatest respect to Ashley Young, we love Ashley Young. He's he's a Villa legend. But if you can't seriously keep up with a 37-year-old who's running forward, why would you need to pull him back and pick up a needless yellow card?
Well, the other thing is, Ben, they'd give Everton a chance here. I mean, set pieces will be
absolutely
their routine, to winning this game.
Yep.
And now they've got a perfectly set piece with all their big lads up, Tchaikovsky, Keane. They're in there, Calvert-Lewin, all good in the air. And this is an opportunity for Everton. And again, Ashley Young is orchestrating it. Such a professional. I wish he was still in the Villa shirt, to be honest.
Well, we thought... Well...
And the ball is linked in, and there's a free header at the back. Ball comes in. There is.
Wow.
What did he spot there, Ben? I didn't quite see
some kind of
that.
infringement as the ball was floating over into the box. He's got better eyes than I have as far as that's
well,
concerned.
I was looking at the linesman.
Yeah.
But,
just on Ashley Young, I mean, obviously you and Rob did the final game of the season against Brighton, and when they did the parade afterwards, Ashley Young didn't speak to the fans. I think Ashley Young thought he was staying.
I think we all did, didn't we?
But if he'd have known he was going, I think he probably would have said a few words to the crowd.
Yeah. And here's Bailey, tucks it into Diaby, and then Kamara, who's he's been subject of some interest from Liverpool.
Yeah. I saw a quote. I don't know if it's from.
And he's Matty Cash threatened to get to the byline then, but
I saw a quote. Liverpool wants. I've forgotten what it was. So I'll come back to you on it, but it did make me chuckle.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Matty Cash has got a new hairstyle, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of a flop in front of it. Yeah.
Oh, what was it Liverpool said? That's going to bug me now.
I'm sure it'll come back to you, Ben. Villa were looking for a foul then, but didn't gain one as Pau Torres picks the ball up deep in Villa off. And I'll tell you what, very compact Everton at the moment, and Villa are struggling to get beyond their defensive lines. As Bailey passes it back to Cash, this will go all the way back to Martinez in the Villa goal, who's just on the D.
I just found it on my phone. The quote was, Liverpool want Boubacar Kamara, and the quote was, more than ever. I just thought, how sweet. If they want him more than ever, and if they get him, they'll go and tidy their room and everything and be good little boys. But Villa are not in a position to sell their best players anymore.
No.
Like they used to be.
And here's Douglas Luiz getting through the busy midfield, and here's the RB. The crowd goes up, he's got a chance. Again, he gives it to Bailey. Bailey's on the edge of the box, turns, crosses it across, and it's a goal for Aston Villa, and it's John McGinn. John McGinn, it's wide into the net there. Good work from Bailey, good work from the RB. Ball comes across, and it was a tuck-in from John McGinn. Well, from a yard out, wasn't it? And he hit it high into the net. And he did his usual celebration, the goggles. Have you tried that, Ben? I can't do it myself, but
there are elements of football over the history of the game that have never changed, and one of them is get to the byline, make the defenders turn. They hate it because they have to turn before they can react to what's happening. Bailey gets to the byline. Unlike a bit earlier, Diaby makes the right decision in giving it to Bailey. Bailey gets to the byline, cuts the ball back. John McGinn, he couldn't miss from there. Villa in the lead.
And it was a good movement for John McGinn in the box, because he got in front of his defender as that ball come across, which is what all coaches tell you to do. And once he got in front of the defender, ball come across, that was it. He only had to guide it into the net. So I'd be interested to see how Everton react to this now, because they've been very compact, trying to catch Villa on the break. And they do have a throw in here just in front of us, just in front of the tunnel. Ashley Young will take it. Ashley Young went to receive it back, but it's a loose ball, and here's Diaby, has a little shimmy. He's still got the ball, still going, but did a bit too much there and lost the ball.
He's going to be a huge favourite here,
Yeah, he's probably just got to learn to work with his teammates a little better there, because he had a chance to pass it out, but was trying to take on the old team. As Everton got the ball there, looking for a deep cross into the box, but this should be... I thought Martinez was going to get that, but it's come out to Iwobi on the edge of the box. Matty Cash will have to be careful, faced up with him. Iwobi's trying the tricks, tucks the ball in. Calvin Phillips is trying to head it out, but Douglas Luiz clears that. There's John McGinn. John McGinn gives it to the RB. He's got a bit of space here, but I thought he was fouled in the midfield there, but see what I mean, Ben? He just tried to do too much there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Iwobi takes the ball beautifully down. Matty Cash tries to tuck it in, but I'll tell you what Douglas Luiz did brilliantly there. These Martinez will take the ball out the air, and Douglas Luiz helped his defenders out brilliantly there.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliantly.
He did. He won't hear this because he's not any of the hospital wars that we're broadcasting to. He's at home. My next door neighbour Neil is a big Everton fan, and we were talking last night, as we often do about football, and he asked me to go easy on Everton today. I said, I'm sorry, Neil, I can't do that. And Everton are now in the position as the away side they did not want to be in. They wanted to keep it as tight as they possibly could for as long as they possibly could.
Yes. Well, you do know, Ben, I don't probably need to tell you this is the most played fixture in English League history.
And not just that, almost the way the clubs are intertwined in their history. You know, the epic 3-match League Cup final of 77.
Oh yeah, remember that one.
The players that have played for both clubs: Andy Gray, Ken McNaught, Derek Mountfield from back in the day, Gareth Barry, Luca Dino, who's out there now, who came from Everton, Idrissa Gueye, and of course Ashley Young. Steve Watson's another one from back in the day.
Well, there was that one. Who was that guy that was going to come? Dean Ellsworth, was it? Who was going to come and he didn't because his wife didn't like Birmingham.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah, his wife weren't having it.
I think that was in the John Gregory days, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, Villa was a bit of a pantomime in those days.
Yeah.
Under John Gregory, the sailor Dwight York, and what he said, what he'd have done if he'd have had a gun and all of that nonsense.
Well, Villa do have a corner in front of the Old End, and it will be Douglas Luiz. He's got Luca Dean in very close proximity to him. Be interested to see what he does. He looks like he's going to put it straight into the box. Villa probably a bit short in the aerial department against Everton here, aren't they?
Yeah, a Sean Dyche team is going to be a big team.
Yeah.
Well, mind you, Torres, I mean, looking at the screen there, I mean, he's no slouch, Pau Torres.
No. Oh, he does give it out to Luca Dean, who's got a chance and he puts it over. Ball's deep in the air. And it's come out to Matty Cash on the edge of the area. He then puts it into the box. It's going there. Good header down. And I thought that was going in. There was
Well, the referee hasn't stopped the game, has it? Yeah,
it's got over the line.
Goal line technology.
I thought that went over the line, you know.
No, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Sorry, it's a penalty.
I saw him give something, I wasn't too sure.
We are a long way from the action in front of the whole 10. It's a penalty to Aston Villa.
Well, was it a foul on Watkins?
I think so, from Pickford.
Because I thought Watkins had actually put that in, and I thought he'd looked at his watch and thought the ball gone over the line. But
yeah,
from what I'm just looking at the replay, it's headed down by Bailey. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. He came at Pickford with a right look, didn't he?
Has he actually made any contact though? VAR, I'm presuming, will look at this.
But is it the intention? Do they get?
I don't know. I mean, if you think back to Man United Wolves the other night, where it was clear he's taking him out, it's not that obvious that he's taking him out here.
No.
Yeah, VAR are looking. I wouldn't be surprised if this is overturned.
Yeah, I mean, he came out, like you say, there was no contact there, but he came out with his fist. And if he would have contacted Watkins, it'd knocked him out, wouldn't it?
Decision stands, I think. Penalty.
I think will be Watkins taking it, I guess. Yes, Watkins places the ball.
There's Douglas Luiz.
Oh, Douglas Luiz, that's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Douglas Luiz is faced in the Old End, and he's facing Pickford in goal, the England number 1. So Douglas Luiz, the referee's just sorting one or two things out. Obviously new directives on the goalkeeper. Now, did he get a book in there, Ben?
He did.
He did, yeah, for a bit of antics, but Douglas Luiz just addressing the ball, steps back 5 or 6 steps. Just shimmies a little bit around the ball. And the ball's in the bottom of the net. 2-0 Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz puts that ball in, beats Pickford. So it's Aston Villa 2, Everton 0. 24 minutes on the clock, Ben. Good start.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a penalty, I've got to be honest. It's one of those ones, if nothing had been given, I don't think VAR would have even looked at it. No. So it's 2-0 Villa, they deserve to be 2-0 up. And, tough to see Everton coming back from this.
Went the right way, Pickford. Good penalty, right in the bottom corner. Right, that stage, Ben, I'll let you take over and the commentary there.
Thank you very much indeed, Mike. 2 goals from midfield. Goals from other areas of the field is one thing that Unai Emery was looking to address, and McGinn and Douglas Luiz on target for Aston Villa, who lead 2-0 here on Birmingham Sport across the wards on BHBN Radio in the 26th minute, on a day where the Women's World Cup final was won by Spain, beating England by 1-0. But a brave effort from the Lionesses, no doubt about it. But here at Villa Park in the Premier League, it's Villa in the ascendancy. Ashley Young, former Villa man, getting to the byline. It's blocked out of play for a corner by Leon Bailey, and that will be Everton's first corner of the game.
Well, whatever game plan Everton had before, it's got to change now, I guess, Ben.
Well, yeah, they've got to come out, and all that Everton can do is they can just try and be more aggressive and try and put Villa under pressure and try and force Villa into a mistake. The corner's come in. You hear the cheers. Emi Martinez has taken that cleanly at the back post, and the players have scattered away. He was looking to release it early, but he holds on to it, and I think he might kick from hands. And there's a standing ovation all around Villa Park. A round of applause on the 26th minute.
It's for the young lad Michael Jones, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Passed away building the new stadium, I guess.
Yes, of course, at Little Michael. There's a flag from the Everton fans, and Aston Villa and their supporters showing their class. There's no doubt about it. As I said, 2 clubs that get along very well, I think.
Yes.
That understand each other. That what I would say have real supporters. Villa coming away down the right hand side with Leon Bailey marauding forward. Players are looking to get into the box with him. He cuts back on it and he gets the ball to the edge of the box there with Watkins and Diaby, and he got the shot in, and it's a good save from Jordan Pickford.
Good move by Villa there, Ben.
That's all Villa have got to do, though. Everton have got to come out. Villa can nick the ball off them, and with the pace of Bailey and Diaby, Everton are going to be under severe pressure for it could be a very long afternoon for them. Boubacar Kamara on the edge of the centre circle in his own half, just at walking pace, looking for options, pings it over on the far side from where we're looking in the Trinity Road stand to Luca Digne, up against his former club today. Goes back to Pau Torres, making his home debut, across to Maciej Kasz, the Polish international, who does keep the ball in play. So does Leon Bailey. He had to react quickly to keep that in play. In fact, he got it all the way back to Emi Martinez, right-footed, looking for Luca Digne over the halfway line. Chester infield. John McGinn flicker, plays a 1-2 over the top with Luca Digne. He's into the box there. He's gone to ground. Referee says get up. Not sure.
Well, you can always tell from the way the players react, and Luca Digne just got straight back up, which
he did.
I think he felt his arm, and he was a little push in the back, but it was very dramatic the way he went down.
Exactly. And I think VAR will overturn that. So it's a goal kick to Everton. Jordan Pickford will take. Tremendous atmosphere inside Villa Park, with Villa 2-0 to the good here on BHBN. Kamara heads it. He's gone right through the back there by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Completely poleaxed Boubacar Kamara. It's kind of centre forward play that's gone out of the game, really. I don't mind it personally. I'm of the Andy Gray, Peter With kind of type centre forwards, that we like to see. But generally now that's going out of the game.
Well, I saw Alan McAnally in the press room, and I thought I remember him playing, and he was no nonsense, wasn't he?
That's it. Ball over on the far side. Digne has not kept it in play. Level with the edge of the Everton penalty area on the far side. It's going to be a throw in to the Toffees, but he's getting some joy down that left hand side. He's Digne against his former club.
Yeah, it's funny because Everton obviously saw the threat from down this side with Bailey, and they double up on Bailey, but they don't seem to be doing the same to Luca Digne.
No,
and he is getting, like you say, a bit of freedom down that side, isn't he?
Yeah. I just think within half an hour, Sean Dyche's game plan's out the window, and that's his problem.
Well, he's got Maupay on the bench, hasn't he? And he could change it up. He could go.
But they don't create anything, Everton. No. That's the problem.
No.
I mean, we were talking yesterday in the studio. That they're in a back and forth haggling over £12 million for Shea Adams at Southampton. Okay. But Shea Adams played for Southampton yesterday, so that doesn't tell you that he's on the verge of a move to.
Not really,
Everton.
no.
So
no.
it just shows you where Everton are shopping for their players.
It's like I said to you when we had a chat before the game, Ben. I didn't realise they got Jack Harrison from Leeds.
No, that's
and there's a loose ball from there. Calvin Phillips is in the box.
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvin Phillips.
They wouldn't mind if they had Calvin Phillips.
I was going to say I wouldn't mind him here either.
No. Quite often linked with the move to Villa, but still at Manchester City. Ball is with Jordan Pickford. Well outside his box, left-footed, sends the ball over the top. It's just aimless stuff, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what Everton they're hoping for a Villa mistake when they're coming forward, which could happen if Villa aren't 100% on it. But the quality and the composure and the confidence is with Villa. There's no doubt about that. 31 minutes played here at Villa Park, trying to banish the memories of last Saturday night up on Tyneside. And they're going a long way towards doing that. Diaby's been dispossessed though, and they're coming forward with Guy and Iwobi, who is getting towards the corner of the box. Left footer gets the ball into the box, it's just into the arms of Emi Martinez. But they doubled up on Diaby there and one possession back. That's something Villa need to definitely keep an eye on.
Yeah, Diaby looks a bit anxious at the moment, doesn't he? He's trying a bit too hard, I think.
Yep.
He needs to settle down just a bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Emi Martinez slowing it down. Referee might tell him to get a move on here.
Well, I suppose he is playing the ball.
Yeah.
He's only waiting.
Yeah.
But it's not good on the eye. But
no. Cash to Diaby, infield to Bailey. Tries to play a 1-2, but he couldn't. Villa fans think he was blocked off by Ashley Young. But no decision made from the referee. Everton have possession with Gay and Tarkowski, the skipper, reunited with Sean Dyche, having spent a good few years together at Burnley. So on the far side now, Garner spins infield and is taken down,
and that will be a booking
for Luca Digne.
It was an obvious booking, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and a silly one.
Silly.
Why they do it, I don't know. In front of the referee, just dragging someone back. It must drive a manager absolutely insane.
Yep. So 2 bookings, both to Villa players at the moment. Villa subs warming up. Giving a round of applause. Everton in possession. It's with Michael Keane to Tarkowski. Switching the ball to Nathan Patterson, who loses out there. Kamara has dispossessed him. Villa on the counter-attack here. Ollie Watkins roaring forward towards the edge of the box. Got 3 Everton players surrounding him. He goes to ground. Eventually Michael Keane comes away with possession and tries to get it forward, but it's nodded back by Villa. Villa have it with McGinn. Corner of the box, spins on the ball beautifully, gets it to Digne. Left-footed, gets the ball into the box, the back stick.
Oh, beautiful! That would have been a fantastic
goal.
goal.
That would have been. On the volley, Moussa Diaby, it was a hell of a strike. It hits the inside of the post and goes across the line. I'm looking again at the replay here. Does Jordan Pickford get a touch on this? He does.
Yes, he does.
What a save. You've got to give props to Jordan Pickford there because, he's off the ground, is Diaby. You're talking Di Canio volley back in the day if that goes in.
Yeah.
The technique is sensational. It's a corner to Villa over on the far side. Villa Park is buzzing right now with what they're seeing. Douglas Luiz dinks the ball at edge of the box. It's helped on. Back stick has gone over the heads of everybody though and gone out for a goal kick to Everton.
Well, coming back to that effort from Diaby, it was sensational, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the technique is stunning.
And the save was just as sensational.
Here we go. We're looking at the replay again.
Yeah.
Peels off the defender.
Oh, yeah.
And to get that much power and control when you're off the ground, you can't. Mike, you can't teach that.
No, you can't.
That's just natural ability.
He was off celebrating, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He thought it was in.
Yeah,
we were as well.
We did too. We thought it was in off the post, Peter Wood style, but no. But Villa fans loving what they're seeing at the moment. Matty Cash down the right hand side, cuts back inside. got Iwobi in front of him, so he goes back to Ezri Konsa, across to his centre-half partner Pau Torres today, in the absence, obviously, of Tyrone Mings. You probably think that this will be the preferred pairing for Unai Emery. You're going to have to manage it assuming they get past Hibernian, of course, but they're going to have to kind of rotate that once the Europa Conference League fixtures get into full swing. But
I'd say before the injury to Golos, I thought he would have been shooing for the centre-back position.
Yeah, well, we'll talk more about that in just a second, because Villa are away again down the left-hand side with Digne. Has time to steady himself, get the ball into the box, the back stick. It's just headed aimlessly up in the air by Ashley Young. Leon Bailey towards the byline. Has got 2 men on him. Does keep it in play, keeps hold of the possession of the ball really well to Cash. Cash to Diaby. Over to Bailey again. Good interplay from Villa. Back into Diaby. Diaby's knitting it all together beautifully here, Back with Cash and Kamara, and that's a foul surely, and it's been given. Kamara's been tripped, and they're feeling the pace, Everton, now that Villa are 2-0 up.
Yeah. And Calvin Lewin's got a problem, but still I think it's from the earlier clash with Martinez.
Could well be,
because they're looking at his face. He's got a facial injury.
Yeah.
I know that he's going to come off. I could see this. I could see the physio signalling for a sub. So
that's a disaster for Everton.
Oh yeah, I mean it's such a shame for the player, to be honest.
I mean when he was fit and he was in the England reckoning, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to see that happen for.
He's obviously feeling after a clash, and I guess it will be Maupay that comes on.
Yeah, it would have to be. Just going back to talking about Diego Carlos there, it was that kind of derailed Steven Gerrard's plans before he even got started, wasn't it? That was his marquee signing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think you're seeing the difference now between a Steven Gerrard and an Unai Emery. Emery's not going to. It's upset. He's not going to let it completely bother him though. And
no.
He's going to get on with it. He's going to get on with the job and but obviously you're going to miss a player like Tyrone Mings and Emi Buendia as far as but the squad is looking a lot stronger now than it was 18 months 2 years ago. Still got some ways to go. I mean, the contrast with the squad at Newcastle last week. Newcastle had an embarrassment of riches compared to Villa's. But that's a blow for Everton.
I've just seen a close-up of Calvin Lewin's face. He's got it looks like I reckon it's a broken cheekbone.
From the shoulder of Emi Martinez?
Yeah. Okay. You can see how it's come up a lump. So I would say that's a broken cheekbone. Which means, they do wear a mask these days, so they can come back quite soon. But it's very unfortunate for that player.
No doubt about it. Dan Juma's the one who came on.
Dan Juma.
Wasn't
right, okay.
Mopai. About 2 minutes ago, the Villa were given a free kick. Well, we had a good long chat about Diego Carlos and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and it's going to be Douglas Luiz, the man who, from the penalty spot, put Villa into a 2-goal lead here at Villa Park. Referee blows the whistle, and he switches the ball looking for Digne, who tries to play 1-2 with Kamara. Kamara holds on to the ball though and gives it back to McGinn. Does that beautiful cross turn that he does. John McGinn, left-footed first time, in at the far post. Oh, Watkins was at the full stretch there. Oh, hold on.
That's offside.
Yeah, but he's down.
Oh,
he's down. He's holding his shin.
Oh God.
No. No.
I'm just having a quick look at this again. Great play by McGinn and Digne there to get that ball across, and it was a very dangerous looking cross, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's getting to his feet, is Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit. Just having a look at the replay here. Lovely cross from Digne. He hit the post. Yeah, he went in to get that ball into the far corner, and he slided into the post, to be honest.
Long ball from Everton over the top.
Yeah, he banged into the post.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know who touched it in there. I think it was Pau Torres. If he hadn't touched it, I think he would have had an easy tap-in.
Well,
it's 39 minutes on the clock, Ben, and it's 2-0 to Villa, so looking good so far.
Yep, can't complain. It's with Emi Martinez who sends the ball forward along the ground to Douglas Luiz. He goes back to Konsa back to Martinez. Torres making himself available, which he does. And Torres coming forward to Digne over on the far side, back to Torres. Villa playing a bit of keep ball at the back here. And it's with the keeper again, Villa's World Cup winner, Emi Martinez. Ezri Konsa is going to use Matty Cash right in front of us. And down the line, over the top looking for Bailey. I think the ball's going to drift out of play. Well, it didn't actually, but it came off an Everton head in Tarkowski, and it's actually gone out for a Villa throw. So Villa definitely getting the bounce of the ball and everything in Villa's favour. And I think, they're going to find it tough in a lot of games this season, but if this is the level of performance that generally Villa fans are going to see at home, then I think we're going to have a good time this season.
Yeah, I'm just, while you're commentating there, but I'm just keeping an eye on Ollie Watkins. He's not moving as freely as
no,
he should. I can see him showing a bit. Yeah, see, he's still feeling it.
5 minutes of normal time to go in the half. I think there might be 5 or 6 added on though, and they can assess it at half time.
Yeah,
Emery might decide the game's won and might bring Duran on, and that probably will happen at some stage. McGinn trying to get the ball forward to Diaby. Ashley Young tried to clear it. It came off Diaby. Bailey bearing down on it, and the referee
was a foul.
Deems him to a foul. James Tarkowski inside the Everton half.
It's
it will be
surprising how easy he went down there, Ben. I mean, Diaby's just a little lad, isn't he? And
you feel any
towers above him.
You feel any kind of contact there, you're going to go down.
Yeah. But Watkins is still a bit concerned with his shin there as he collided with the upright.
I'm glad that's all it was, though, quite honestly.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Could have been a groin, could have been that ACL, which is plaguing Villa with...
Well, there seems to be a lot this season.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the boots they're wearing, the pitches. You get used... If your standing foot is stuck in there and you twist that knee, it's going to break.
Yep.
It's going to break that ACL every time. I mean, it used to be a career-ending injury, didn't it? But these days, modern surgery.
I'm just wondering, actually, and this might be a bit sort of putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with not just 5, but about 6 or 7. But this is the first season in about 4 years that what you would deem a normal season. There's no COVID restrictions, there's no bubbles, there's no Winter World Cup in Qatar. Maybe over the course of the previous 3 or 4 years, the players had got used to a way of training, particularly in pre-season, and it's reverted back to what it always used to be now. And maybe the knees weren't up to it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just
it's a theory, isn't it?
A theory. Douglas Luiz gets it to Luca Digne over on the far side as we look from the Trinity Road stand at Villa Park. He goes back to Kamara. In fact, I think it is Douglas Luiz. Yeah, he spins on the ball, gives it back to Pau Torres just inside his own half. And he uses Konsa. And Konsa to Cash. Ollie Watkins going off on a run. He's going to thread the ball over the top. He's controlled it on his chest, but Tarkowski's robbed him with the ball. Walking a bit gingerly though, no doubt about it. Ball over the top, and Danjuma on for the injured Calvert-Lewin. Got Konsa dealing with him. He goes back to Decore and James Garner. Infield to Onana. Switch ball looking for Ashley Young. Controls it with his right foot. And Matty Cash is jockeying him. Back stick. The heads go up. It's cleared away. Header back over from Onana into the box. And taken with ease by Emi Martinez. And that's what happens with Everton. It kind of breaks down there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we're looking sort of directly over the full contingent down from Merseyside, a cracking bunch of supporters. I've got a lot of time for Everton, and it's like the Lambert years and the McLeish years and the Lerner, isn't it? You kind of feel that's where they've been the last 3 or 4 years, and you keep circling the drain, and eventually you're going to sink And let's just hope that isn't the case for. I hope that isn't the case for Everton anyway. Yeah. Ball's out of play for a goal kick.
Just coming back to what we saw earlier, Ben, I'd like your opinion on this. Ollie Watkins, I mean, he scores goals for Villa, no doubt, but when he was in that situation there, and he had a lot of space, the defenders were a couple of yards off him each side of him, and he took the ball down, I don't think he's clinical enough, you know. I mean, he could have. That was a great opportunity when he received the ball. And he just sort of head down and he run into it. 9
minutes of added on time at the end of the first half. Ollie Watkins is a 10 to 15 goal a season striker.
Yeah.
If you're seriously going to move up to the next level, as well as adding goals from midfield, which Villa have done today, you need a 20 to 25 goal a season striker. And they're like gold dust. So, ball over the top. Danjuma is going to get there. Flag has stayed down. Pau Torres in front of him. Villa players are coming back now. Danjuma holds onto the ball. Corner of the box. Switch ball there. Everton are in here. Back stick and a good save from Emi Martinez down at the near post from Danjuma. Corner to Everton.
Everton's best move, that wasn't it, Ben?
Easily. Played nearly a minute of the 9 added here at Villa Park. Villa leading by 2-0.
And I've just seen good communication from the bench there. I've just seen Douglas Luiz look and ask the bench who he's going to mark, and they said number 10, who's just come on.
Yep.
And it's McPhee who's actually orchestrated that.
Oh, fair play. That's his job.
Yeah.
Lovely round of applause from Villa fans as Ashley Young went to take that corner. The corner's come in. Ollie Watkins has headed it away. Diaby looked like he was going to get onto the loose ball, but Everton have picked it up. And the ball is to the corner of the box. Tarkowski battling for it, gets a flick there, and Danjuma's not going to keep that in, and it's a goal kick to Aston Villa.
Great work from McGinn there, wasn't it? It was. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to jump. He just had to hold his ground and make Tarkowski edit out because he was off balance.
No doubt about it. So Villa taking their time over this. It's with Pau Torres down by the corner, left-footed, sends it high, and Nathan Patterson has got a head to it, and coming forward with now Onana for Everton. Tried to slid the ball through there, but it's been intercepted, and Villa come again. Watkins possibly not fully fit now after his altercation with the upright, and Everton have it now with Tarkowski. Tarkowski over on the far side to Onana. And coming forward with Garner now for Everton. And Patterson has broken free. And that's Everton. It looked like a good move getting towards the byline. And it was just an aimless ball floated over everybody. And it's gone out for a throw-in on this near side.
I was just saying, Everton are having a good spell, aren't they? But
there's never an end product.
No.
Never an end product.
Possession-wise, they're having a good spell, Everton. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you say, Ben, it comes to nothing. As Matty Cash will take the throw just in front of us. Throws it in deep into midfield to Douglas Luiz, who helps it over to Pau Torres. And he just slows the balls down to walking pace now.
Yeah. Played 3 minutes of the 9 scheduled. This with Ezri Konsa, who gives it to Cash. And Cash to Bailey, back to Cash, and he's going to use Konsa again. Everton pressing. It's with Martinez over to Torres infield. McGinn picks it up, plays a 1-2 with Digne, flicks it infield to Watkins, who holds the ball up. Pulled down, that's a booking to Tarkowski, no doubt about it. 2-2 in terms of bookings now.
Yeah, he was away there, Watkins, wasn't
he? He held that up well, showed some good strength.
Knew what he was doing, Tarkowski there.
Absolutely. Goals in the 18th and 24th minutes. John McGinn opening for Villa from the edge of the 6-yard box after Leon Bailey had got to the byline and pulled it back, and Douglas Luiz from the penalty spot after Ollie Watkins was adjudged to have been fouled by Jordan Pickford. And Villa lead by 2-0, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, if you can call him a star striker for Everton, going off injured after an altercation, a fair altercation, caught the shoulder of Emi Martinez in the cheek, and well spotted by my colleague Mike McGough, who noticed that Calvert-Lewin had a swollen right cheek as he was going off. It's with Jordan Pickford, kicks from hands, off balance completely though, but he countered Danjuma. Good tackle there from Ezri Konsa, and it's with Kamara, who gets it infield to McGinn. Man on is the cry from the Villa fans, so he goes back to Konsa. Konsa across the line to Torres, comes inside the Everton half now, uses Lucadinha, who, like we've said, has seen plenty of the ball. And it's with Konsa now, over to Cash, and Bailey shows himself for the ball, comes infield, gives it to Kamara. It's good stuff for this from Villa. Good switch play there down for Deeney's in acres of room, steadies himself for the cross, gets it in and misses the head of Leon Bailey at the far post. But the time they're giving Lucadinha on the left hand side to steady himself, control and get the ball into the box, that's disappointing from Everton's point of view. You
surely got to address that second half, because he's had so much space, and he's a good cross of the ball.
Yep.
And proved there that was an excellent cross, and another few inches that'd have been number 3, wouldn't it?
Yep. Into the 51st minute of the first half now, and Everton building from the back. It's a kind of a short back pass there to Jordan Pickford, but he does get away with it, and it's with Garner, who has it now after a challenge in there from John McGinn. The referee said it was a fair one, and he gets it infield to Idrissa Gueye back at Villa Park. Weren't the happiest years for Villa when Idrissa Gueye was here.
Did he go straight to Everton? Or
I think, and then he left and he went back to Everton. It's his second spell at Everton.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
And it's with Cash now. It sends the ball over the top. Tarkowski with the header, with Idrissa Gueye to Ashley Young, and he's going to go back to Jordan Pickford, who steadies himself. He's got Diaby bearing down on him, but he does clear it. Iwobi is beaten to it by Kamara, then to Louise, who into Bailey, and then to McGinn at the edge of the box, who slugs the ball through. Diaby just can't control it, but it was good
back of his heel, wasn't it?
Back of his heel, but it was good stuff from Villa. But they're coming again with Bailey, who gets it to Cash, who holds it up. He's going to use Bailey again, steadies himself, left-footed, gets the ball into the box, over the head of Ollie Watkins and out for a goal kick. But on this side, you just saw it over on the far side with Lucadinha. Everton are not closing down to stop the balls coming into the box.
No, they're not. And that was a good opportunity for Villa there to make it 3-0, wasn't it?
Yep. 2 more minutes of added time still to play here at Villa Park. We're on BHBN Radio across the wards in City Hospital and the QE, Solihull, other places as well. Royal Orthopaedic, I think.
Yeah.
No, is it not?
I'm not too sure, Ben, to be honest.
We used to call it the Woodlands.
Yeah, with the Woodlands, yeah. I tell you, we should know this, really, shouldn't we?
We should, really.
We're letting the viewers down here,
yes.
the listeners down here. But,
it's with Pau Torres.
I'll tell you what, he'll have harder afternoons when he Pau Torres.
Yeah. As I said, I don't like to criticise that because you can't say they're not working hard. But they're just second best.
Yeah, you can see Iwobi's getting well frustrated because he's making a lot of runs and nothing's really coming off for him at the moment.
It's with Matty Cash just inside his own half. Gives it to Kamara infield to Bailey to Kamara and then back to Cash, I should say. And Cash goes back to Konsa, who gives it to Martinez on the edge of the 6-yard box, closed down. But he gets it to Pau Torres. Torres gets it to Lucadinha, flicks inside to John McGinn, spins on the ball. It's taken out there.
That was a foul, and it will be another yellow card by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Caught John McGinn in as he turned beautifully, John McGinn, and racing away from the ball.
Idrissa Gueye.
It looks all right.
Got the foul in there and will be booked. And
just caught his toe, really.
Another 30 seconds minimum. This might add an extra minute on or so, this free kick being taken. He was booked there.
Yes.
Gueye, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, yes.
So Pau Torres goes back to Martinez, standing in the D, and heads a half-time whistle. Aston Villa 2, Everton 0. Here at Villa Park, Villa racing into a 2-goal lead. 18 minutes, John McGinn putting Villa in front after good work from Leon Bailey to the byline, pulled it back, McGinn finished. And then on 24 minutes, Douglas Luiz from the penalty spot after Ollie Watkins was just been taken out by Jordan Pickford, who was racing out of his goal mouth It's been comfortable for Villa. Everton have lost their top striker as well in Dominic Calvert-Lewin through injury. Big work for Sean Dyche to do if Everton get back into this. But at half-time, it's Aston Villa 2, Everton 0. Handing you back now to Kim Smith in the studio.
Sub.
Lewis Dobbin.
Not too sure who we come on for.
Substitution for Everton, replaced number 27 just again, replaced by number 61 Lewis Dobbin.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Great music. I was doing the full air drums there, but to UB40. But as you join us, Everton got a chance here. I was rifled wide, but I'm sure the referee said it was out for a goal kick anyway. So yeah, welcome back to Villa Park. Temperature dropped just a little. It's a little more overcast here. Villa now kicking to what is the north stand. And yeah, we're Villa 2-0 up at the moment, looking good for the first half. Everton really didn't threaten too much. They have brought on a sub, though, haven't they, Ben?
They have. They brought on Lewis Dobbin for the former Villa man, Idrissa Gueye, who picked up a booking just before half-time.
Yeah, so Villa got the ball playing around their own 18-yard box here, and Everton are pressing high, and the ball's with Pau Torres, with the old 10 behind him. Villa in the traditional Clanton top, white shorts, blue socks, kicking towards the north stand. Everton in blue shirt, blue shorts and blue socks.
I'm hoping Villa can keep up the same levels in the second half, because they're attacking the north stand in the second half. Where we're situated, we're level with the edge of the penalty area in front of the north stand, and we would have a fabulous view if Villa were to keep up that attacking play of the first half.
Just a tactical note here, Ben. I think Iwobi's actually moved over to this side where Luca Dean is.
Well, we identified it, didn't we?
Yes.
We said he was getting far too much time on the ball to get the ball into the box and cross it, and he was causing problems for Everton.
So Everton have identified that problem and looking to address it. And Everton needs a foothold in this game, really, because you would say the next goal, if it comes from Villa, would signal the end of any competitive play, really. But
2-0 is always a dodgy score line.
Yeah.
Think back to Wolves a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Can't really see Everton coming back, but it's up to Villa to make sure that doesn't happen.
And the first few minutes of this side, this half, it looks to continue in the same vein. I'll say that they are, because Luca Dean's going to have a bit of a problem now, faced up with Iwobi.
Yeah, and Iwobi got the foot in.
And Luca Dean's obviously out of position now as well. And yeah, you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think the signal is Iwobi. Iwobi's gone down. I think he's pulled his hamstring. Yeah, I think
Sean Dyche just turned away from it and just gone, what have I done?
And I like Sean Dyche. I think he's a good manager, but this is bad luck. He doesn't look great. When the player pulls up like that, you always think it's not looking good, and they are warming up the subs, Everton. No, he's not going to continue.
No.
His hamstring's gone, and that's a big blow for Everton, because I thought Iwobi was one of their lively players in the first half.
Yeah, and so was Calvert-Lewin, and they've lost both to injuries. They brought on a tactical sub as well, so there's only 2 more they can make, 1 more after this one. So
yeah, because that's strange you say that, because Calvert-Lewin, I mean, I guess they can't call it the concussion, can't they? So it can't be a concussion sub.
No.
So, but this is unfortunate. This is I'm not too sure he's going to continue. No, you can tell.
Yeah.
He's the way he just went for that ball, and the things with those hamstrings, they can heal quickly. It depends what grade tear it is, but that could be out for a good few weeks now.
Good. I mean, you think of.
I think he's
looking. You think of De Bruyne.
Oh yeah.
4 months.
Yeah, it does depend. And I think he'd come back too early from the original injury, but it looks like Maupay is coming on.
Yeah, it seems like the natural. Well, we thought that when Calvert-Lewin went off, but he's coming on now. And Ashley Young has it over on the far side.
So Everton down to 10 men at the moment, and play is continuing as Villa move forward again. Changes passes with Watkins, and here's Diaby on the edge of the area, does a little pivot, puts it back to Kamara. He threatens to put it in the box and then shoots, and it comes off a Everton play, and it will be a corner to Villa.
It is. Definite deflection there,
and it will give Everton the opportunity to put Neil Depay on.
Maupay on the field. Although it's not a tactical thing, you'd always say you should never make a substitution when you're defending a corner. So Neil Maupay has gone right in there, and he's marking Boubacar Kamara, and there's about a foot difference in height. Villa have taken it short.
John McGinn's on the ball, just lays it back to Luca Dean. He's probably quite happy Iwobi went off, give him a bit more freedom.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, that was the clear plan, wasn't it? With at the start of the second half.
Good throw there, he saw the thing, and it's Bailey! Great throw in from Luca Dean. He saw Bailey, was free in the area, gave him the ball from the throw in. All Bailey had to do was control that ball, and he was in on goal. And he dispatched it brilliantly into the bottom of the net. Pickford, no chance. 3-0, Aston Villa. 50 minutes on the clock. Well, just gone 51. Everton. Ben, what's your thoughts on that one?
Well, that's game, set and match. Everton players talking amongst themselves. I can see some Everton fans leaving over on the far side as well. They've seen enough. Just the start to the second half, Villa wanted, put the game to bed. Unai Emery can start making some substitutions to take care of the squad. Good finish from Bailey, opened up for him, drilled it between the legs of Jordan Pickford. 3-0, game over.
Well, I'll tell you what, Everton fell asleep there, didn't they? They did. Absolutely fell asleep. So Everton have the ball from the kick-off. Keane go to Tchaikovsky. Ashley Young picks the ball up. Villa just got some defending to do as Everton progress down the wing. Ball comes over. Everton still have the ball. Ashley Young got it. Ashley Young plays a beautiful ball in. Never loses a ball, Ashley Young, does he?
Nah. It's a proper pro.
Yeah,
never let you down.
I'll tell you what, whatever his diet is, whatever his exercise plan is, I know he goes into the old, and there was a shot from Everton there, but I think it's going out for a corner. I know he's into these ice bath things, Ben. I've never fancied one of them.
Not
have you?
Particularly, no. No.
Too cold for me, mate. Too cold.
But a chance for Everton to get some kind of consolation early in the second half here. 3-1, the game wouldn't be over.
So here's a corner to Everton. just in front of the packed Old End. Ball comes over, and I'm not too sure what the referees give there. He's pointing.
It's a goal kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a goal kick. Tarkowski got his head to the ball that went over the bar.
So it is a goal kick to Villa, and it's Konza over the ball. Oh no, it looks like Martinez will take it, very central, dead central in his goal, lays it out to Pau Torres. Pau Torres puts it long, looking for Watkins. Well, it looks like Watkins did recover from that early collision with the post.
Yeah, I think he's okay. I don't think he'll be on the field much longer though. Now the score's 3-0.
No, not if he's carrying a little knock.
No, I think Emery will start making some changes to rest some players up now. Hibernian midweek.
Yeah. Obviously
favourites to progress, but you don't want another Stevenage on your hands, do you?
Well, that was
So it's
that's a bit of a blot on Unai Emery's book there, wasn't it? Because we never thought that would happen.
No. Kind of gave Villa a kick up the backside. That was at the midway point of the season. And Unai Emery's going, well, that's not happening again. And
Everton just got the ball in their own half, trying to progress. Luca Dean will easily cut that one out, and Douglas Luiz assist, and the ball's gone out for a Villa flow-in. Sorry, Ben, you were saying?
Oh, it shook Unai Emery into action for the second half of the season, and the general attitude of the entire squad in the second half of the campaign after that cup shock. You couldn't really knock them. I don't think they'll be looking at making the same mistakes again against Hibernian over 2 legs.
A great return for John McGinn to his former club. I'm sure he'll get a great reception there, won't he?
I'm sure he will, yes.
Be interesting what kind of team he puts out for that.
Strong enough, I think.
Well, Crowden and Hawkins were calling for a foul there, but referee didn't see that. And the ball is with Bailey. He's got Diaby alongside him. Gives it to Watkins. Sorry, Kamara. Watkins has got the ball in the penalty area. Goes down very easy. This is what I'm saying, Ben.
Yeah.
He's not using it. If he could use his body like McGinn uses his body, he'd get a lot more opportunity.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And that's a Maupay. He's a very tricky player. Plays it, but then the ball's lost. Sorry, it's Dobbin that was, not Maupay, yeah. And here's Diaby. He's going forward. Speedy, lays the ball off to Watkins. He's got a chance to tuck it in, and he just misses the upright on the far side. Tucked it past Pickford. Pickford's gone down injured. He looks in some pain. I'm not too sure what he's done. Was there a collision there, Ben?
I think he just came out to the feet of Ollie Watkins, and Watkins getting the ball past him, as we'll see on the replay here. He collides with his own man, I think.
Yeah. He was rolling around. Looked in severe pain, but he's back on his feet.
Yeah. I'm just looking, Lewis Dobbin 61, Tyler Onyango 62, Thomas Cannon 47. These are the squad numbers. That just shows how deep Everton are having to dig just to get the. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's a measure of the problems that they've got.
Well, I don't know with these squad numbers, Ben. I mean, you look at Trent Arnold. What is he, 99?
Wow.
So, yeah.
I'll have mine with a flake.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Here we go, Everton trying to get something out of this game. They don't want this to be... don't want to concede anymore. And I said, that's a good ball over there. Well, it seemed a good ball until it went out. So...
It seemed to gather pace and drift a bit.
Yeah.
Over the head of Neil Maupay. And
looks like Dan Juma's gone out wide there. Yeah,
it was Dan Juma.
Yeah. I think Villa just got to maintain the momentum here.
Just keep going.
And keep going,
Yeah, keep going. Do to Everton what Newcastle did to Villa last week.
And here's Pau Torres on the ball. Seems to have settled into that role quite nicely. As I say, it's not the... he hasn't had the most torrid.
He'll have harder games.
Yeah,
to be
definitely.
Honest.
Yeah.
with all due respect to the Everton front line.
He's got a chance to... Oh, he puts a lovely ball to Watkins there, just a bit too heavy. Yeah. Good on, I think his manager would appreciate that as well. It's good vision.
Just looking at Unai Emery, still pouncing around the technical area. He's having a chat with his assistant. I didn't think that was allowed. I thought only one's actually allowed to be...
Yeah, I thought that. There's only one allowed in that technical area.
Yeah, he's having a chat though, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll have the fourth official coming over in a minute.
Yeah.
Giving them what for? As I think that's Danjuma on the ball, just making his way down, trying to beat Matty Cash. Matty Cash is just standing him up, but the cross doors come over, and Everton had a little chance there, and there's a shot here. That was poor shot there by, I think that was Pattison, and it does deflect out for an Everton corner, just under the scoreboard in the alt end.
Yeah, Ashley Young getting a good round of applause as he goes over to take it, which is nice.
So we should. Been a great servant to Villa.
Yeah. What I like about Ashley Young, and we'll probably have more time after this corner.
And the corner comes over. It's a long one, looking for Ed, and it was a good rifle shot in there, which Martinez did well to stop. Brilliant save, in fact.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure who caught it, but could have been Danjuma.
Easily Everton's best moment of the game.
Yeah, the ball comes over. I think it's
Warpie.
Oh, yeah, it is. And I'll tell you what, great stop there.
Yeah.
Great stop. And he has given a goal kick, has he?
I think he has, yeah.
Surprised at that.
Anyway, Ashley Young, the two very different spells at Villa. The first time round, hugging this touchline, cutting infield, linking up with Gabby Abonglahor, and it was all about pace. And then coming back, the older, wiser, a consummate professional, keeping himself supremely fit, even his advanced years, but his reading of the game as an experienced player, equally good service in two different ways in two different spells. Yeah, and he deserves the round of applause he's getting. Yeah,
definitely. And Luca Dean just picks the ball up in front of us to Villa throw-in. Gives it to McGinn and gets it back, looking to cross the ball, and it will be a Villa corner. He's had a good game, Luca Dean, hasn't he?
He's had a very good game.
Well, he's had a lot of time and space, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it looks like Villa are making a sub. It looks like Coutinho is coming on.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure who'll come on forward. It could be
either Diaby or Bailey, I would think.
Yeah.
I think the Villa fans would like to see Diaby get on the score sheet, though.
Yeah, they would, yeah.
It's a double change. No, triple change, actually.
Oh, Carlos as well.
Yeah, Diego Carlos will probably come on for Torres.
But Villa do have a corner, so nothing's going to happen until this is Douglas Luiz, who does this short corner again. This is new. So Douglas Luiz gives it to McGinn. He's on the edge of the area, pays it into Bailey. Bailey goes round one. He was looking for a... Bailey's gone down holding his ankle. So the referee didn't think anything of that, and it's McGinn who's got the ball, and it will be a corner to Villa. I'm not too sure about that. Foul there.
No, I think actually we were missing for a bit from our audience. You've missed nothing in the brief time that we've been away. Apologies for that. Still Villa 3, Everton 0.
I don't think it's a coming together, Ben. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I wonder if VAR are looking at this.
So it's Leon Bailey who's down.
Yeah. Are VAR looking at this or not?
I'm not sure.
He's in quite some pain here.
So is that some kind of collision with Tarkowski?
Yeah. He's holding his ankle. He's punching the ground in pain. It is his ankle.
Yeah.
I think he might have been coming off anyway.
I don't think VAR are looking at this though.
No. I'm surprised a little.
I've got to be honest, we had a technical hitch, so I was getting us... here you go, it is a replay. So, corner of the box.
See what I mean? If you look it close up, I think Tarkowski... I think he took his ankle.
Well, here's the changes.
Well, it's got to be Bailey off anyway.
Yeah, Bailey is coming off.
Yeah.
And Yuri Tielemans is coming on for Bailey. Score of the third goal for Aston Villa to put them in this commanding position. I think Tielemans is a very, very good signing on a free.
Yeah, definitely.
Really good bit of business.
Looks like Douglas Luiz is coming off as well.
And Diaby is too. And if you haven't seen it, the effort that hit the inside of the post, well, from a great save from Jordan Pickford, to give him his due credit, but if that goes in, you are talking goal of the season.
Yeah.
Substitution for Aston Villa. Replacement for 6, Douglas Luiz, 19, Vincent Diarra, and 31, Bailey. Leeds marking from 3, Diego Carlos, 8, Tory Tielemans, and 23, Philippe Coutinho.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking about the defence now. Who's going where?
I think it'd be Carlos and well, you've got Carlos, Torres and Konsa still on the field, so yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Is it a back three?
Yeah, it could be.
As Luca Dean takes the corner. Goes high, heads go up. And Matty Cash rescues it. Tielemans tucks it back in, but it'll just roll out for an Everton throw right in front of us. And we're sitting just above the tunnel.
We are.
Here at Villa Park.
Half of Villa Park bathed in sunshine. We're in the shaded area. Thankfully.
We are, aren't we, unfortunately?
Yeah. But over on the far side in the Doug Ellis stand, the lower half of the Doug Ellis stand, they're feeling the heat.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've ever sat in a Doug Ellis stand, it can be quite, when the sun comes out, it can be quite difficult to see, so we're probably in a good, for commentary, we're probably in the best position.
Yeah. I've never had a season ticket at Villa. So
you haven't?
No,
right,
I've never had
okay.
in my life, so I've been to hundreds of games, but I've always sat somewhere different almost each time.
Well, if you haven't got a season ticket now, you don't get a ticket.
Well, no. Being involved with BHBN helps.
Yeah. So it is a throw into Villa, about halfway in their own half. And it's gone to a bit of a lull, isn't it, the game now?
Yeah.
3 subs and...
I'm just trying to see, it's Torres, Carlos in the middle, Konsa. I think you're right. I think they've gone to a 3.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think Cash and Dini are playing as wing backs.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, look where Cash is now.
Yeah.
He's gone way up the field, yeah. It is a back 3. Maybe he's just trying out something.
Yeah, why not?
It's good to see Carlos on the pitch.
Absolutely.
Recovering from his Achilles problem. Here's John McGinn. Lovely turn. Running with the ball. Another little turn. Does that turn so well. Lays it in the middle for Tielemans. Tielemans lays it out to Luca Dean. Luca Dean takes that ball with ease. Gives it to Coutinho. He thinks about running inside and then lays it off to Carlos. He goes to Hendrik Konsa. Cashes deep into the Everton half. Just come inside to Sebastian Konsa. Konsa lays it all the way back into the Villa half, and then Pau Torres has got a bit of space. He's looking up, he's looking forward, but gives it to Luca Dean, who plays a lovely ball there into Watkins. He lays it off to Philippe Coutinho, who hits it straight at Pickford. To be honest, it was always savable, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't much power in it, but a good link-up play, a good move.
Good.
Got to question how many more times we're likely to see Philippe Coutinho at Villa Park. Will he move before the end of January, or has the injury to Emi Buendia given him a bit of a lifeline under Unai Emery?
Yeah, I think he's the kind of player you need.
Well, particularly with the heavy schedule of the...
Because we haven't got the biggest of squads, have we?
He could tear the Conference League up.
Yeah, he could. And he's Everton now. Can they get back into game? Lovely ball there from Mopé. That was a beautiful, well defended by Carlos there. Used all his experience, didn't he? And the Villa faithful appreciated that bit of defending.
Yeah, because they were in there.
Yeah, they did. It was a beautiful ball played through to Mopé there. And he's one of those players, I think he always scores against the Villa.
Right, that's not my
yeah, I know.
Midway point of the second
half.
It's
like Harvey Barnes. He always scores against the Villa.
We're 3/4 of the way there. Let's not upset.
And this is an interesting ball. Yeah, well dealt with by Patson there. Heads it back to Pickford. Pickford goes to Tchaikovsky, lays it out to Ashley Young. Ashley Young receives the ball back. I just love the way Ashley Young just is so calm and collective. Just plays the right pass.
Good footballer. Yeah.
Ashley Young again, and it's a beautiful pass down there, but just a bit too heavy for Danjuma.
Oh.
What's on the clock now, Ben? I'm confused there.
68 and a half.
But do I have to take 10 off or whatever it was?
No, you're just going to hand over to me now for the rest of the
that's all right then.
You put your feet up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. Over to you then, Ben.
So, Villa in complete control here at Villa Park. It's a weird experience for myself because I'm usually something of a jinx when it comes to actually being here for BHBN. So to be here and see Villa playing as well as they have done today against a team that largely haven't done themselves any favours in Everton, it has to be said. But Villa in cruise control, and Kamara has it on the halfway line, and he gets it out to Concert. Definitely a back three. Matty Cash was off there on a run down the far side. Gone back to Emi Martinez, who gives it to Pau Torres. Yeah, definitely interested in if that's a long-term plan for a back three with the attacking players that Villa have in front. It's quite.
There's options. He's got options, isn't he, Ben?
Tillmans to Coutinho onto Watkins, edge of the box. Patterson gets a foot in.
See, I think Watkins sees what I mean, Ben. It just frustrates you a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to compare him to someone like Harry Kane or someone, but if Harry Kane put Harry Kane in that situation, the ball would be in the back of the net, wouldn't it? You know. Patterson. And it's a great build-up, but I think just Watkins let himself down there a bit.
I still think there's another goal or two in this for Villa, and we'll send the have to be quite something. Although it's only 2 games, after what happened last week, if Villa was to come away from today with a positive goal difference, or cancel out the goal difference from last week.
Well,
here come Everton.
I think they'll never have a better opportunity, to be honest.
Patterson has it. Corner of the box, gets it to Dobbin, and sends the cross in, but it's easily dealt with. And Ollie Watkins is going to pick it up on the halfway line. He's marauding forward. He's got John McGinn bustling to get into the box as well. And Michael Keane has held him up, body checked him. It's gone to ground too easily, I think, Mike.
Yeah.
And the referee, Anthony Taylor, instructed Ollie Watkins to get back to his feet. 2 more changes that Unai Emery can make. Maybe Ollie Watkins will be one of them.
He did well there to keep the ball in and run with it.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, just didn't do enough for me.
It's like we said in the first half, it's level. Do you want to go up to that next level as a team?
Yeah.
You need a 20 to 25, not a 10 to 15, and he's a 10 to 15.
Yeah.
And a cracking lad. And there's no, I'm not knocking him, but it is what it is. Villa win the ball at the edge of the box. Coutinho to Digne, dinks it back over to Coutinho. A little flick over the head of the defender there from Coutinho, but it's an Everton man who picks it up, and Digne was collided there with Onana, and Everton will have a free kick about 10 yards inside the Villa half on this near side.
Well, I'd say Luca Digne's definitely shown his manager he's a player, because he's done well today, hasn't he?
Well, I think if Unai Emery's made no secret of the fact if Moreno's fit, then Moreno's his guy.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad option to have. I mean, it really isn't. And I remember at the time when Digne signed, I remember seeing Everton fans on social media. They weren't happy about that deal at all.
No, they weren't. It's a good player for them.
Yeah, and the free kick is taken. It's cleared at the edge of the box. Watkins with a back heel to Coutinho, who is marauding over the halfway line. Body check there. It's actually a good challenge, but Villa have got the loose ball, and again I had to blink and see that was Ezri Konsa.
You know what, Ben? I did the same.
Who's that? No, it's Konsa. But he's out of position now that Everton have got the ball with Ashley Young, and Everton are coming forward. And
I think even Konsa was surprised he was there.
It's with James Garner, who gets it to Lewis Dobbin. Villa are going to make a change. Duran's going to come on, who I think, give him a run in the side. I think you've got a player there too. This will be for Ollie Watkins, you would think.
Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? If Ollie Watkins probably still carrying a bit of a knock.
Yeah. Everton have it in midfield. Villa snapping in with the tackles there. The loose ball ran away from Philip Coutinho, and it's picked up by Pattinson, who dinks the ball over the top, and that's just going to drift harmlessly out of play for a goal kick to Aston Villa.
And you know what I like there, Ben? I was watching Unai Emery there, and he senses that Villa's tempo's just dropped a little, and he was saying, come on, get back.
Yeah. Ollie Watkins being replaced. And the round of applause is for his hard work, no doubt about that, can't knock that. I like John Duran. From what I've seen of him in little cameos that he's made towards the back end of last season, again, I think this lad has got great potential.
Well, as a young lad, he's still a what is it? He's not 20 yet, is he?
No, not at all. He's a youngster.
So it'll be interesting to see how he's got an opportunity here.
Just looking across to the thinning crowd of Everton supporters. I mean, they don't usually wake up until March as a team, do they?
I fear for Everton this season.
But this year, I think, could be the one if they don't sort it out.
Oh, here he is.
And Duran is in from the mistake. It's 4-0 to Aston Villa. And John Duran, with his first touch of the ball, has put the seal on a very good performance here at Villa Park. The goal difference from the opening day is wiped out. It's Aston Villa 4, Everton 0.
Well, didn't take him long, did it, Ben?
No, and it's a mistake, and Everton are shot, and he had the easiest task of just slotting the ball. I mean, that's awful.
Oh, but it was a throw-in. It was Everton throwing, wasn't it?
That's dreadful.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of play where if it's your team that does that, you find it kind of difficult to forgive. But it's a good finish and a cool, calm finish.
The goal scorer for Aston
John Duran.
Number 24, John Duran.
He enjoyed that, didn't he? He enjoyed that celebration.
He did. Ollie Watkins just come on and just come off and you're thinking, hang, what?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
He wished he had that one, that opportunity.
Yeah. 4-0 Villa, and it doesn't flatter Villa either.
No.
The margin has been that wide as close up as Sean Dyche on the big screen. Got a black armband on for the reasons that we explained in the first half.
But you have to, I think unless
I agree with you, I worry.
Yeah, I think they've got to back him with some signings. He's only got a couple of weeks now. But if he continues with this team as he's got it at the moment, you've got to fear they're not going to get many points in the Premiership, are they?
No. I did predict 4-0 on another radio show that I do on Friday. So that'll do. If we could end it now, I'd be quite happy. But
you think, it wasn't a great start for them. Losing at home, your first game of the season, 1-0 against a Fulham side, which, they are good.
No, I took Fulham to struggle this year. I think they might
Did
have
you?
I think they might have a second season syndrome problem about
Well, they got beat
by Brentford yesterday.
Yeah, Brentford,
and they've got the Mitrovic problem. Villa coming again. Coutinho tried to slip the ball through to Duran, but it wasn't intercepted. And Everton come away again, but that's a heavy touch from Dobbin, and he's lost out to Luca Digne, and Digne to Tillmans, and Duran. Villa pinging it around. I think we might hear some olays soon.
I'll tell you what, the team I really impressed with is Brighton.
Oh,
they sell their two of the best players, and they just carry on as if nothing's happened.
Yeah. But then again, but Villa beat them deservedly on the last day. Anybody who was concerned after last Saturday at Newcastle, it wasn't nice, and it was a disappointing result and ultimately performance. But you can't base the way the season. I mean, just listen to the atmosphere around us. Newcastle are good, and they've got themselves into the Champions League.
Well, like we said, Ben,
Villa have been just as good today against the opposition that have been in front of them.
Yeah, and we talked about this. We said that injury to Mings really affected.
It knocked stuffing out of Villa on the day. They were good, and they're coming again. Luca Digne Duran just getting himself into the box there. Time again for Digne to steady himself. Duran does get his head to it. It goes straight up in the air. Everton eventually clear it, but Tielemans has picked it up, and it's with Konsa, who goes infield again to Tielemans. Like I said, I think that's a very astute signing, this Tielemans.
Yeah,
in the midfield. And Coutinho to Digne, back to Coutinho, who has showed glimpses of the undoubted talent that he has since he came on to the field. But you can when you're in complete control of the game. Diego Carlos forward to McGinn, who got the scoring underway in the first half. Dink ball over the top, looking for Coutinho, but it's been nodded by Pattinson to Ashley Young, who you do feel a bit for today for Everton. There are some diehards opposite us who have stuck around, and Everton are coming forward again with Pattinson, and dobbing back to Pattinson and to Keane and Tarkowski, and long ball over the top, looking for Danjuma, who will get there. He's got Konsa in front of him, just getting into the box now. Tries to set himself for a shot. Kamara wins it. He's having his shirt pulled there, though, by Danjuma. Referee allows play to go on. And it's with Matty Cash. Dink the ball infield, but Onana is battling for it for Everton. And he's won it, in fact. And coming forward now. Oh no, Villa have won it again. And here is Coutinho bursting forward. Got Duran just outside of him. He uses him, and he goes back to Coutinho. Coutinho not makes his man and gets a shot from the edge of the box. It's well over the bar.
Quite capable of that, though, isn't he, Ben?
He certainly is, and Villa's starting to show a bit of swagger with 10 minutes to play. I don't think there'll be as much second half stoppage time as the first. I think Anthony Taylor might put Sean Dyche and the Everton supporters out of their misery. That's an Everton fan with hands behind her head on the big screen. I think it's an Everton fan anyway. A lot of empty seats around her. And I think a lot of the talk after the game will be about Everton and the problems they have, but no, I think Villa have Matty Cash has gone down with an injury. I think Villa have been excellent today.
Yeah, they have, yeah. Coming back to that Coutinho effort, it was, 30 yards out? He was just waiting for it to dip, wasn't he? You've seen him do it.
You've seen him do it, indeed. Absolutely.
I think, is that Luke Dean coming off there? There's
well, Callum Chambers is coming on, who's a bit of a versatile player.
I'm not too sure where he's
playing midfield or at the back. He might take Konsa off.
He might take.
Danjuma has got a shot in that's deflected and drifted behind for a corner kick.
I'm just thinking if he'll take McGinn off, to be honest.
Might do.
He's put a good shift in as always. Maybe rest a few players, knowing they've got a game in midweek.
Yep, taking the trip up to Edinburgh.
Yeah, I'm sure McGinn will meet in some of his old mates.
Absolutely. Ashley Young's going to take this corner for Everton in front of the Holt end. To the back stick. It's a Villa head that gets to it. I think it was Diego Carlos. It was.
Good header out.
It was a good header. Dobbin has it for Everton, who sends the ball back into the box, into the arms at one bounce of Emi Martinez, and Villa in complete control of proceedings here at Villa Park, leading by 4-0 on Birmingham Sport, BHBN Radio. And we're biased, Mike and myself, with Villa fans, but Villa have been a joy to watch this afternoon.
Oh yes, yeah. And you have to look at the opposition. Everton have been pretty poor, haven't they, Ben?
Yeah.
But like you say, you have to beat what's in front of you.
Yeah. I mean, Villa were already in front when Calvert-Lewin went off, so they can't hide behind that as like the game plan going out of the window, But
Villa needed this game, though, didn't they?
Coutinho's gone down.
Yeah, he took a kick to the back of. Oh, I hope it's he's holding his. He's holding his calf there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he pulled up. I think he's off. He pulled up. No. McGinn's calling him on.
Okay.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
That's not good.
No.
Of course, Villa making a signing in midfield, the Italian.
Yeah.
Nicolò Zaniolo, I think his name is. I've been practicing that for the last.
Have you? You've been,
hours.
have you? Yeah.
He's not even in the squad today.
No.
So he was brought in as likely the first choice midfield.
I don't think that looked good, that injury.
No.
I'm just watching a replay. He's holding what's worrying, he's holding his back of his knee. This cannot be another ACL.
No, it's a hamstring, I think.
It could be, yeah. He looks, yeah, the way the physio's manipulating his leg there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's a shame. But what it shows is when you don't play regularly.
Yeah.
And then you get out there.
Yeah.
It's very easy to overdo it. And I think that's probably what he's done.
He's looking good though, wasn't he? He was linking up, played lovely.
He was looking good. Callum Chambers is going to come on, but it will almost certainly be to replace.
The way he held up there. No. He's. Yeah, I think. I don't think he's carrying on anyway. Put it that way. Another hamstring.
Yeah.
That's a shame because he's never had a consistent run in the team, has he?
No. I wonder who they were going to take off before.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was McGinn, but it will be Coutinho now. He's finding it difficult to.
Hold on.
Is that Archer?
So that must mean that Calvert-Lewin was a concussion sub.
Oh, because they're making another one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that would be 6 changes.
Yeah, because I think, when he went down the second time, Ben, I think he obviously was feeling it. And they've signalled that was concussion. Yeah. It looks like Cameron. Is that Archer? Archer looks like he's coming on.
Or I've got it completely wrong and they've changed their mind and said to Callum Chambers, sit down.
Yeah, it looks like it,
So I think that's So I think we were right the first time.
Yeah. So
substitution for replacement 23.
Now, I think this lad, although very young, is the most natural finisher at the club.
For a young lad, yeah.
For a young lad,
yeah. Well, I would say at the level he played at in the Championship, yes, he's yet to prove it. He can do it at this level, hasn't he?
Well, Duran scored with his first touch. And, you wouldn't put it beyond Cameron Archer. That's a foul. Luca Digne's been quite cynically clipped there by Patterson, who's been quite rightly booked by referee Anthony Taylor.
Today's attendance at Villa Park, 41,694, 41694. As always, we thank you for support today. Thank you.
You picked that up, Ben, the attendance?
Yes, I did. I can assure you that is not the attendance right now because the away contingent is virtually empty. But they can't be happy with what they've seen today for sure. McGinn and Duran battling for the ball with 2 Everton players. In fact, Dobbin does win it and gets it to Garner. He's been taken out there by Tillemans, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's all went a bit scrappy there. Yeah, so the attendance was 41,694.
Yeah.
As I said, I think that's probably down to... How many... Would you say they get a couple of thousand in there, Ben? Is it that big?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, so you can knock a... well, there's only about, 600 left, so...
Yeah, I would say so. As I say, I got a lot of time for Everton. So... Yeah, I don't like to see them struggling the way they are. McGinn crossing the halfway line. Gardner does pick it up to give it to Keane, who goes back to Pickford. 3 minutes of normal time to play. Don't think we'll see the 9 minutes that we saw in the first half.
Well, there's been a few. I think it could be 5 or 6 too.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Michael Keane for Everton to Patterson and over to Tarkowski. A real Sean Dyche player who really we haven't seen that level of leadership from him today. And Villa have handled Everton with ease, you would almost say. Coming forward again there with Kamara, give the ball to Archer, his first touch. Matty Cash has been bundled over on the far side, and it'll be a free kick to Aston Villa. Everybody goes down, they're holding something.
It's worrying,
makes me
isn't
rather
it?
nervous.
This early in the season, I suppose, coming back, pre-season they've had, and they've only had one competitive game, haven't they, really?
Yeah.
And it is, it's a warm afternoon, put a lot of effort in.
2 minutes of normal time to play. Ball is with Diego Carlos.
So who would you put down as man of the match for Villa?
Luca Digne.
I was just going to say that, without a doubt.
Yeah. 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers. Digne's been the one down the left-hand side, both halves of the game. He's had a lot of time on the ball. He's been able to steady himself, get good balls into the box. Yeah, I'd go with Luca Digne.
Yeah.
Whether the sponsors do, that's not up to us, I suppose. But Luca Digne has stood out today. Cameron Archer is
the booking
get
coming
a
in.
booking. I don't think that's
He didn't like that.
overly necessary from referee Anthony Taylor, who's had a decent game. I suppose if Everton were going to offer any kind of excuses, they would point to the penalty, where I didn't think there was a lot of contact, and that was at 1-0. But VAR didn't overturn it. Michael Keane to Onana inside the Villa half, over to Ashley Young, gets through 90 minutes, even at 37, 38, which is incredible. And Danjuma over on the far side, back in front to Onana, edge of the box, steadies himself, but a good challenge from Boubacar Kamara, and Tielemans has it, and McGinn to Kamara, pings it over to our man of the match, Luca Digne, waiting for the fourth official here. Duran infield to Tielemans again, coming forward of Villa with menace. It's Kamara, and trying to get the ball forward, marshalled out there though by Everton. Dobbin, who hasn't done that badly for Everton since he come on, in fairness. Dean is stretching for a challenge. He's yet to get up, but I think he's just knackered.
I think he's got a bit of cramp there, I think. And he's put some mauls in today, hasn't he, Luca Digne?
Ball is out for a throw into Everton, midway through the Villa half on the near side. Fourth official. Can't hold the board up until it's exactly 90 minutes for some bizarre reason. And there we go, 9 minutes the same. 9 minutes.
The equivalent of 9 minutes added time. The equivalent 9 minutes added time.
Everton with it. And Patterson back to Michael Keane, and Keane across the back line to his centre half partner James Tarkowski. Dink ball over the top, and it drifts out of play for a goal kick to Aston Villa, and very much a party atmosphere here inside this famous old ground, which I know we're biased, but there's nowhere like Villa Park.
Not on a sunny afternoon when you're winning 4-0 anyway.
Like this, no. There's nowhere like Villa Park. Emi Martinez is going to take a long goal kick here.
There's not many occasions, Ben, when I'm sitting here with just my t-shirt.
It might be the last time.
Because it can get pretty cold up here.
And in fact, it's been a rubbish summer as well, though. So
yeah.
Tarkowski just
well
about
there, Tarkowski, didn't he?
Holds off Cameron Archer, and Keane gets it forward.
1-2 with the ref there. He has to stop it now.
Game has to stop.
No. Let's give it to Everton. That's strange.
So Malpai gets it to Ashley Young, and infield to Decore and Onana, and back with Keane. Switch ball over, looking for Danjuma, and it's a kind of a clumsy header from Ezri Konsa, which has gone behind for a corner to Everton.
Talking about Everton, Ben, do you think they'll stick with Dyche? He's probably the best one around at the moment.
Who else is there?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
The trouble is, it doesn't matter who you get in with this squad at the moment.
It's the squad, it's the board, it's the discontent amongst the, as I've already said in commentary, who are a cracking bunch of supporters. And there are still some diehards over there. It's gone out for a throw into Everton, about 10 yards from the byline on the near side. Villa initially dealt with that corner. It's with Patterson now. And we're 2 minutes into the allotted 9 of added on time here at Villa Park. Villa leading by 4-0. Onana to Garner, and a foul there from Kamara has given Everton a free kick near the touchline.
Yeah, they've just dropped the intensity, Villa, haven't they? And I'm not surprised because of the substitutions, but
take the sting out of the game.
Yeah.
The game is won.
Felt sorry for Chambers there. He was all ready to come on, and he had to sit down again. Have Villa used all the subs then, Ben?
I think they have.
Yeah.
I think they have. I don't think it was a concussion sub for.
No, it wasn't.
for
No,
Calvert-Lewin.
okay.
So Garner is going to take this free kick for Everton towards the back stick. Emi Martinez picking cherries.
Yeah, took that easy.
Yep. And is now just getting to his feet. Played 3 minutes of the 9, so we're a third of the way through stoppage time. And Emery on the big screen, looking satisfied and content.
Well, it's been a good performance, but knowing him, he'll be analysing it.
Well, we'll see him
very deeply
in the press conference in about 10 minutes' time with his opinions on what we've seen. Be interested to hear what Sean Dyche has to say as well, actually. Konsa back to Martinez, who will give it to Carlos, to Digne. Digne infield to McGinn, sliding challenge from Onana, who's won it, to be fair to him, and he's given it to Patterson. And Patterson back infield to Onana, goes to Tarkowski, who threw ball to Morpie, held up. Doucouré over to Ashley Young. Ashley Young down to Danjuma on the far side, cuts back inside, holding the ball up, goes back to Ashley Young, in fact, and Doucouré, corner of the box, loses out. Cameron Archer now has it. Very distinctive pink boots that he's wearing. That's the second time the ball's hit the referee.
I'll tell you what, he's had more touches than some of the Everton players, hasn't he, the ref?
And it's going to be a bounce ball to Aston Villa.
Is it contested?
No, you can't, can you? You're not allowed to, are you? It's whoever was in possession when the ball hit
is that what he did?
referee.
Yeah. I don't know, he didn't like the fact that, I think it was Maupay, was it?
Okay.
Who, he obviously, so he was getting involved there and he didn't like that.
Yeah. 5 minutes of the 9 played. I think Everton just want to get out of here. And Tillemans holds up the play very well there, gets it to Archer just inside the Everton half, spins and gives it back to Tillemans to Kamara, and Kamara to Pau Torres, who goes back to Emi Martinez. And over to Diego Carlos. Carlos to Tillemans, who's caught napping there by Doucouré, who was coming in towards the penalty area, but Tillemans held his position well, intercepted the ball, and is coming away again to Kamara. And Dean is in acres of space, as he has been for a lot of the afternoon here at Villa Park. Sends the ball looking for Duran, but it's cleared, hanging in the air. Morpie tries to bring it down, but he's beaten by Pau Torres, and infield to Tillemans, and Kamara and Duran, took the ball off McGinn there, went back to Digne, now it's with Kamara.
Just to add to the confusion over the subs, Ben, it looks like Everton do have another subs.
What is the point of that?
Well, he's not on a win bonus, is he?
Well, yeah. Villa coming forward with Archer, who gets the ball to Matty Cash over on the far side. Back to Konsa, into Archer again, tried to thread a ball through to John Duran, looking for his second goal. And Garner comes away with it for Everton, and Danjuma to Pattinson, and then Dobbin to Pattinson again. If the ball doesn't go dead in the next 4 minutes, he ain't coming on.
No, I know.
So Everton going forward again. There's a free kick. Now they can make that change.
So is that Nango, is it? Is that what you're saying?
I believe so. Number 62, bottom of the list on our team sheets. I just did a close-up with Everton fan with his head in his hands, thinking, why are we making this change now? 2 minutes.
I'm not too sure where he plays, to be honest, but
I'd have done. I mean, Sean Dyche isn't thinking this way. I'd have taken Ashley Young off to just give him.
Yeah, so they could clap him.
Fans can clap him.
Yeah, good point, Ben.
I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. No, that would have been a nice thing to do, wouldn't it?
And I don't blame Sean Dyche for not thinking that. You know, he's got his own
affairs
to concern himself with. But it would have been nice because Ashley Young didn't get that.
No,
on the final day of the last season.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier.
And I think it might be worth staying with us at full time just for a minute or so to see how long it takes Ashley Young to walk off the field.
Yeah,
because I think he'll get some. What Everton fans are still here as a professional, but I think he'll acknowledge the crowd at Villa.
Yeah,
Park.
He'll go to the old Tender. Well, I hope he does anyway.
Yeah, there's about a minute to go. And it's with Garner for Everton, who tried to get the ball to Pattington, but it's been intercepted. And Tielemans has it, gets it to Kamara. Kamara back to Diego Carlos, who switches the ball back to Pau Torres. Torres to Digne, infield again to Tielemans, who spreads the play across to Esri Konsa.
I don't know whether you heard the comments from Alex Ferguson in the week. He said, "Do you know what? Villa played very well. We liked Villa."
And I can. What he was saying was, the Premier League is so good, the strength in depth. Villa played very well, and Newcastle beat them 5-1.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. It's in many ways it was a compliment to Newcastle. But like I said, even at 2-1 before Ming's injury, Villa were well in the game, and it was a very good watch.
Well, there was a miss by I think it was Watkins, wasn't it?
There was.
Yeah.
9 minutes.
That made it 2-2. Yeah.
And there's the full-time whistle. Aston Villa 4, Everton 0 here at Villa Park. A comprehensive victory, sealed, 2 goals in either half. John McGinn opening the scoring on 18 minutes. Leon Bailey cutting the ball back from the byline and from about 6 yards finished the ball into the roof of the net. Then 6 minutes later, Douglas Luiz from the penalty spot, after Ollie Watkins was adjudged to have been taken out by the Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. Second half, early stages of the game, Leon Bailey put through one-on-one from recycling the ball from a corner, who slotted the ball home neatly past Jordan Pickford, and substitute John Duran rounding off the scoring. Everton had a throw in their own half, they lost possession, and he was through one-on-one, and he slotted the ball past Jordan Pickford. I think Villa will have tougher days than this throughout the season at Villa Park. The questions surrounding Everton and where they go from here. Villa go to Edinburgh in the Europa Conference League playoff against Hibernian in midweek. Sun is shining at Villa Park. All is right with the world, Mike McGough.
Yes, it was one of a really comprehensive performance, wasn't it? I mean, and like we say, Everton weren't up so much, but Villa did the same thing. Oh, sorry, Ben, I'll let you commentate on this bit.
Ashley Young is walking the opposite of his teammates, all the way along the line of the Doug Ellis stand, and he's heading towards the whole 10. And the Villa fans are applauding him because it didn't happen on the final day of the season. He didn't get to say his goodbye once he was let go, and he's embracing with John McGinn. Yeah, what a class act.
Yeah,
there's no doubt
100%.
about that. From Ashley Young, his team well beaten today. Villa wiping out the minus deficit from the first weekend of the season. 3 points on the board, clean sheet, happy days. It finished Aston Villa 4, Everton 0 here at Villa Park. From Mike McGough and myself, Ben Ellis, we hand you back to Kim Smith in the studio.